Hello my lovely people, welcome back to my channel. I greet you according to your time and the time you are seeing this video. We are still on the gist from the palace of Ooni of Ife. Allegedly they said Deji of Akure commended Queen Naomi for being a good woman and for giving the king second chance. As a matter of fact, he said a lot of things to her, Okay, we do know that Deji of Akure is like a father to Queen Naomi. They said Queen Naomi sees him as her father because he is really playing a role of a father in Queen Naomi's life and marriage. When the king and Queen Naomi started having this issue, even before they started having issue, they said it was Deji of Akure who announced to the people of Akure that one of their daughter that is married to the king of Ile-Ife kingdom, Ooni of Ife, delivered a bouncing baby boy. That is Prince Tadenikawo. It's just to tell you how close that they are. So, and when they started having problems in their marriage, the king also went to him and explained everything to him. And he also played a role in making sure that they reunited, okay? So, but it got to a point, Queen Naomi was about to accept the king back, not until the king went and married this last wife that he married. And then, before he married the last wife, which is Dr. Elizabeth, of course, some people are saying she's the second wife, but according to the time of celebration, she is the last. So, Deji of Akure was almost at the point of convincing Queen Naomi to go back to her husband, Ooni of Ife, telling her that there is no problem, there is no marriage without problems and all of that. Not until the king went ahead to marry the last one that he married, and everything was blown out of proportion, And ever since then, Queen Naomi had been so angry with the king. Because there was a time the Deji of Akure was trying to convince Queen Naomi, but because of how the mood that Queen Naomi was during that period, it looks as if he did not listen to what Deji of Akure told her. But the fact remains that she has been a good girl. You see, Queen Naomi is a good woman, like everyone will tell you. Even Deji of Akure have commended her for being a good woman. That upon all that has been happening, you can hardly hear what Queen Naomi said concerning the king or against the king, Unlike some people, there are some women that if they are the ones having this issue with their husband, what they will be telling people on social media or be granting interview anyhow against the king. Some people are like that. And I know that some of these Olories in the palace, if they happens to be in Queen Naomi's shoe, they are going to do worst or do things like that. But Queen Naomi kept quiet all this while. You hardly hear what she said. Hardly. The only thing we hear that she said is that she is never going to accept anything or be involved herself in anything that will end her life soon. That polygamy is not her thing. And this is exactly what they said allegedly that she told the king even before they started getting married. But according to what Deji of Akure was telling her recently, they said Deji of Akure commended her that you are a good woman and you shouldn't allow anyone to deceive you. That you see all these things going on social media, if you allow them to convince you that you are going to regret your life, that you shouldn't allow that to be a distraction, that everyone makes a mistake. And the king, Ooni of Ife, have made a terrible mistake in his life, a mistake that he will always remember and regret. But as it is now, he is making every effort to see that he made an amend, although he can never right his wrong right now, but at least he's trying to, take some or do some control measure or something like that, So they said Deji have told Queen Naomi that it is time you go back to your husband's house, and that he is happy that at least right now two of you are in talking terms. You talk together, you gist together, you even spend time together, and talk. That is how husband and wife do, even when they have problems. That it is because you have given him the chance that he can explain himself and find a way to make it up to you, you know. And one good thing about this relationship right now is that the king is doing what he is saying now. Initially, he will say that he will do this and he will be doing another one, you know. But recently, he is doing as he is saying, just like that, and that makes a lot of people calling him talking and do king. You know that before now, he would always tell us that before the end of so month, Queen Naomi will return back to the palace and all of that. Yet, he will do nothing about the Olories in the palace, because we do know that they are the key points here. The moment they leave the palace, I believe Queen Naomi will return back to the palace. Like, she have made it clear that she is never going to return to that palace with all the Olories in there. But as it is now, they are moving out one after the other. Someone like Temitope have gotten a house, and from what we are hearing, they said she have packed out of the palace. She is right now in her house in the Ife kingdom there. So, and we also heard that last week that the king also paid for a house for Olori Tobi. Initially people were thinking that Tobi is pregnant, and for that reason she might stay back in the palace and all of that. We don't know if she's pregnant or not, but recently we started hearing that she was having problem with the king, that she served the king a divorce paper and the king sent her packing and all of that. We don't know if it is true or not, but recently we heard that the king have paid for Tobi's own house. So as it is now, it's either that Tobi is in her own house or she is about to pack to her own house. And Ashley and the rest of them, they are all looking for a house right now, because the king have made it clear to all of them that it's either you find a house that I will pay for you, or you tell your parents to return my bride price. And ever since the king make this, would I call it a threat, all of them have been running helter-skelter to find a house for themselves, so that Queen Naomi will return back to the palace, because the Ooni of Ife said it allegedly that he is never going to enter 2024 without Queen Naomi and Prince Tadenikawo in the palace, because he is a very young man who would wish that his son Prince Tadenikawo grows right beside him, so that he will give him the training that he deserves. It's not, we are not trying to say that Queen Naomi is not good enough to train Prince Tadenikawo, but Prince Tadenikawo needs his father's training too, because Queen Naomi will give as a woman, but the king will train as a man. So he needs the two of them to grow up. So the king said that he is tired of watching his son grow outside his palace while he is alive and healthy, that he has made a lot of mistakes and ready to make amends. So they said Deji encouraged Queen Naomi to go back to her husband, and pick up from where they stop, that God is going to bless their marriage more and more. So my people, that's so we hear them. Don't forget that they are all alleged information, okay? Thanks for watching. Please subscribe to my channel if you're yet to subscribe. Bye for now. Love you guys.